You f***ed up my holiday. I'm very sorry, this is the worst thing ISIS has ever done. I want them to turn ISIS into was. This is for you, Taliban. Anti-Daesh, count your days. Dude, that's going before I f*** you.
Shalom fellow autists, I promise you that this video is completely serious. The title is not clickbait. I am actually declaring total war on ISIS because these goofy goobers and I have major beef. I, Lord Miles, of the upcoming British Empire, the last great British explorer, is going to turn ISIS into was. A little backstory. Now when I was first beginning on YouTube, I made a video I went shooting with the Taliban, the Talibros, and you can see the video here, all seems pretty normal, you know, a little bit of fun, goofing off, normal unemployed friend on a Saturday, but always good. I get a bunch of views, and then I notice a hater in the comments preying on my downfall. Now this isn't just a typical hater, look at it, ISIS fighter. So I would do a reverse image search of my profile picture, only to find no matches. Turns out it was a genuine member of ISIS threatening me on YouTube. Now a little backstory, if you guys don't know, the difference between normal ISIS and ISIS-K. The K stands for Khorasan, which is an unofficial Islamic state from the 6th century that was semi-rich, but it didn't last long, and you know, things just fell apart. ISIS-K's goal is to reinstate this little empire, this little lark of theirs, kind of how Africans think they built the pyramids, and they built all this technology, and we was kings and shit. Newsflash, ISIS chuds. You fake cells don't have the resources, the technology, the know-how, the numbers to steal land from China, Iran, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, to form your little gay club of a country. Not gonna happen. In fact, ISIS as a whole was so silly that this whole amount of land they generally believed they would have control under in 2020. All this land you see here, they believed they would own in 5 years. Now, I wasn't kidding when I say ISIS was retarded. Anyway, it seemed that ISIS had threatened me directly on YouTube. They also threatened anyone who was in Afghanistan or even pro-Taliban at the time. I remember back in the day, the EU ambassador to Afghanistan had a bounty placed on her head. And so I saw it as being fit to place the bounty on my own head. Like, I want to feel important, you know? If ISIS can kill me, they'll get £100,000, like $130,000.
YouTuber Lord Miles has seemingly placed a bounty worth £100,000 on himself, promising to pay it to any member of the terror organization ISIS if they can kill him in his home country of England.
Offer still stands, by the way, because as a follower of Christ, I have nothing to fear, of course, from these people.
Shalom to everyone watching. Now I'm sorry to interrupt the video, but there's something you guys must know. Now guys, I've got authentic Taliban merch at inflated prices. I won't say reasonable prices, I won't say cheap prices, but you know what? It is quality. It's authentic, shipped out of Afghanistan. I'm the one who's only selling it, and also it's shipped from the US. Doesn't violate any sanctions, or so I hope. And at the same time, it's probably legal. Your name might be on a watch list, you might scare away the hoes, and you might also scare your parents who might call the police on you. But that's fine, because it's triple drowned and you're swimming. Look at this stuff over here. Authentic Taliban patches. Special Forces patch. Now guys, I'm a special type of guy, you know what I mean? Intelligence patch, guys. Now to work in intelligence, it requires intelligence. And I'm clearly lacking, but we've got the artillery, guys. And you know what? You're hitting the like and subscribe like you're hitting those targets. This over here as well, Taliban headbands, authentic, and straight to your door. And the prize, the jewel, guys, that you guys will like, is authentic Taliban flag. Now look at this, guys, so shiny, and straight from the source. No one else is selling this stuff, guys, while stocks last. Go to the link in the description. It's also very good because it supports me. It's shipped internationally, straight to your door, authentic Taliban merch. A somewhat reasonable price. If you want an authentic piece from a faraway land like Afghanistan, link in the description, go to my Ko-Fi, go and buy this stuff. Thanks, and back to the video, guys.
I also recall being at the 2021 Taliban takeover of Kabul. Watch that video, by the way. Sometimes referred to as a fall of Kabul, but I like to call it the rise of Kabul. Because when I was sunbathing in a NATO compound with some ex-former British SAS, I saw a bomb at the airport detonate from an ISIS member. It's a historical event, many of you may remember it. Up until that point, ISIS and I had a mutual understanding. I would not bother them, and they would not bother me. But now, they interrupted my tanning session, my white boy summer, with an unscheduled firework display. And now, it was personal. It was time to go on the offensive a few months later. a good top Taliban friend of mine, a big commander, who's very famous in Afghanistan in the city of Jalalabad. Now, I like to call it Jalalagud. But anyway, he manages to decimate ISIS from Afghanistan through complete strategic domination. But if you guys watching don't know, the Taliban hate ISIS so much that the commander that I personally know personally killed 200 members of ISIS himself in a single day by lining them up after he captured them in the streets of Jalalabad, whatever, placing them on their knees and asking them, hey, are you ISIS or not? And of course, some would say, yeah, I'm ISIS, and bang, push the body to the side. Some would lie and say, no. Me? Silly on me? No, I'm not ISIS. And he would quickly send them to prison, and trust me, they would admit it later. He was so well respected that this commander walks through Kabul of Jalalagud, and people walk up to him and hand him money because he liberated their city from ISIS, something that the US did not do in 20 years, guys. Thanks to this Afghan legend, there is no longer any ISIS in Afghanistan. There was when the Taliban took over just for a few weeks, but then this guy quickly solved it. Think about it. The US spending trillions of dollars in 20 years with all their technology, unable to destroy ISIS. This one mad lad pulled it off. I have the utmost respect for this man. I know he's watching. I want to say, good for you, buddy. Did a good job. I'll see you people next time. One cool fact about him is his name begins with doctor. That's all I can reveal. Because the joke is that doctors are the biggest killers in Afghanistan, as they always make medical mistakes and then killing their patients instead of fixing them like doctors should. But he's so well respected, they put this title on him because the commander killed so many ISIS fighters in one day. So they named him Doctor. It's like a cute little nickname. I was actually under the doctor's supervision whilst in Taliban prison for 8 months. You guys want to hear this story. And during the time, I was having a lovely picnic with this Taliban commander in Taliban prison. We had news that in the intelligence headquarters, we had a very important visitor. And everyone rushed towards the door to see who it was. I thought he was just another member of the Taliban, some high-respecting guy. So I thought, oh man, I should greet this guy. I'll be respectful. I'll reach out, shake his hand with a smile. Now the Taliban commander swatted away my hand and proclaimed, "No, Miles, that's a member of ISIS." So I quickly swatted his face. It's a member of ISIS that had tried to sneak into Afghanistan for a neighboring country. But of course, Taliban intelligence, props to them, did a very good job at stopping them. Now, of course, they captured this man, they imprisoned him, but long story short, I watched him get interrogated, and he cried like a bitch. I told this Taliban ISIS member, hey, don't cry. But he kept crying. Total Taliban victory, guys. And this is why, for a few years now, there is no ISIS in Afghanistan. And Kabul is safer than Islamic nations, similar to Afghanistan in development, like London, Paris, and Germany.
Attention all brain rot slop enjoyers. Do you want to have your dopamine and attention span destroyed? You may have noticed I'm uploading the highest quality shorts right now, and they're getting me a lot of views, and they're not just from the feds. Do you know how I make these high quality shorts? Threatening my editor's family and withholding food? It's the future. I'm using AI. I've partnered with the good people at OPUS Clip. I simply go to their site, drag one of my videos in, and within seconds, I have several fully edited shorts pumped out. I can use OPUS Clip to automatically publish these shorts across numerous platforms and view their analytics to see my failing channel. OPUS Clip gives you a rating system for which shorts are best and allows you to edit every single short to your liking, adding image overlays, subtitles, emojis, you name it. Did you know, guys, a good chunk of shorts you see on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and iFunny are all made using OPUS Clip. Behind the scenes, they're really pulling the strings. Ever since using OPUS Clip, my hair has grown back, I'm no longer 4'9", and finally, I have a girlfriend. Say hi to Miley. Sign up to OPUS Clip today with a link in the description. It's really affordable and literally pays for itself. And I've got to be honest, guys, the founders are really based, good, God-fearing people. Go check them out. God bless, and back to the main video.
However, I did have an unwelcomed experience of ISIS near Tajikistan. Now, as you guys know, ISIS sometimes is free in some neighboring states. It's not in Afghanistan, but it might be in Pakistan and so on. So I was planning on going on a hike from Afghanistan into Tajikistan to go to the Afghan-Chinese border and plant a flag, a place that no one has been since 1947. Lovely, lovely. But this summer, unfortunately, a few months ago, I set off on this hike, but ISIS was preying on a real downfall by appearing in Tajikistan, delaying my group trip that cost me money and my reputation. And it's my God-given right to plant this goddamn flag been planning to do for 2 years now, and long as the Great British for us. It really annoyed me, guys. I could not complete my journey. I started shaking. I fell to the floor, foaming at the mouth on this hike, and I violently just pissed myself because I was like muttering to myself, like, I need to get to this border, I need to get to this border, because I've been planning this trip for 2 years.
and I want to declare a total Taliban crusade against ISIS for delaying my holiday.
Ruin my holiday.
And ISIS bloody ruined my holiday, and it's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. So I called up a commander. Ring, ring, hello. Ring, ring, hello. And I demanded an RPG and a PKM and permission to take on ISIS myself. But for some strange reason, he declined my request, saying I couldn't start an international war and conflict. And I was told I couldn't go on a hike, but I can do it next year with several Taliban guards, because Afghanistan, the Taliban were very kind and said I can have some guards. Good stuff. Guys, there's a lot of autism to see. Do hit the like button, I promise you. Before I go though, I just want to say thank you to every single one of my Ko-Fi donors. If you guys don't know, for a few bucks a month, you can get access to exclusive group chat where I go on schizophrenic ramblings, flip some tables more than usual, and you also get to see some cool currency sent to your mail, like antique Afghan notes from the 70s, or a cool note from Albania, or wherever else I go next. It's a way to support me in my work. Traveling isn't cheap, autistic meltdowns cost money, so if you want to show some appreciation and donate a few dollars a month, I would very much appreciate it, and I would say God bless you. May God bless you in every single way. Now, if you're part of the CIA or MI6, please consider responding to me and call me, guys. But basically, that's my brief experience of ISIS, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm on the right side of history here. I'm not a big ISIS fan, big actually ISIS hater.